Singapore is one of the aggressive countries when it comes to economy. Their economy is also known for being the most innovative, most competitive, and most business friendly. Going to Singapore to work is easier because it is one of the closest countries in the Philippines. That's why it attracts the Filipinos to work here in Singapore. Singapore is a multiracial country. It has Indians, Chinese, Malays, the locals, and of course Filipinos.
Okay, the reason why I'm here in Singapore, main reason is because ever since I would like really to work abroad, experience different culture, and working with different race. I used to work in our country, in the Philippines, for 4 years in a BPO company. Then after that, I felt like somehow nothing's happening to me there, and as well as I know that I can do more. Okay, of all the countries, yeah, as I mentioned a while ago, I applied into different countries, and the offer here in Singapore is the first offer or opportunity that came along in me. That's why I grabbed it. And then as I worked here for a couple of years, then I realized that working here in Singapore is worth it. It's a good experience because I'm learning and experiencing a lot that I know I'm not going to experience in our country, back in our country, yes. I'm currently living here only for the purpose of working, and like last 2010 I applied for a permanent residency. It's just that that year Singapore is quite strict in approving permanent residency, so my application was actually declined, and eventually I realized that I really don't plan to stay here for good, just for work. Working with another race is quite hard and challenging as well, shall I say, because yes, they got different attitude, different way in working, something like that, different culture. So you really have to adopt from it. You have to learn their ways so you can get along with them. So I think these are the challenges that I faced when I started working here. Racism. Personally, I never experienced yet so far any racism in my 5 years of working here in Singapore, not yet. But there are some stories from other Filipinos that I know that they're experiencing, but personally I didn't. Like what I mentioned a while ago, I really would like to work in other country. Okay, and I would like to experience working with different race, different culture, because I know that I'll be learning a lot from them. And then second, of course, my family. The reason why I'm working here, trying my best to survive, is because, of course, to help support my family back in the Philippines as well. But above all, the learning experience that I'm getting ever since until now, that's what I am up to actually. Number one, of course, a lot of prayers, because we don't know what lies ahead of us. Once you're working in other culture, in other land, other country, plus you're far from your family, there are a lot of difficulties and challenges, so a lot of prayers. Plus, you should know also how to adjust, and so you can adapt from these changes, different environment that you're into right now. I shall say that I made the right thing of working here in Singapore because it's worth it. First, of course, it's near in our country, and of course, what you're earning is good, and of course, you cannot earn as much as here if we are just working in our country, unless you're in a different position or you're a businessman, something like that. And you will be learning a lot also from the people here and from your workmates. So I shall say it's worth it, really.
Okay.
If you really compare to your life in the Philippines, Singapore is one of the very fast, yung pace sa pagtatrabaho nila, parang mo talaga na magiging fast ka talaga palagi. If let's say they are a local customers, they are really fussy by nature, and they don't have any patience of waiting. So you must be very fast. Like even if the way they will walk and the way Filipino will walk, gala of difference. Um, but then at the end, you must adjust the working pace also. So far, I didn't really experience this because the Singaporeans used to a multiracial uh, Singapore itself is a multiracial, so it's not really difficult for them to adjust with another races. My motivations for me, myself, my motivation is my daughter. My motivation is to work hard for my daughter. I need to work I need to work hard so that I can send her for school, especially here in Singapore. I think the best thing that you must do is you must follow the law here in Singapore. You must be open-minded. You must be you must work hard. Okay, because at the end of the day, they can appreciate your hardships.
I'm here in Singapore to earn money and also to help my family needs. I chose Singapore because my wife invited me to work here. Then I tried to find work. Then nakakuha naman ako. So luckily nakatrabaho ako rito. Lagi ka na lang work ng work. Then you have no time for yourself. So yung day off mo na lang, ang day off ko na lang i-spend ko na lang to rest, pahinga for another day of work. My work here in Singapore is assistant export logistic in VT Logistic. Subcontractor kami sa United Parcel Service. Some of my friends are not lucky enough to find a job here in Singapore. Wala namang problema sa kanila. But the thing is yung communication, hindi mo alam yung pinagsasabi nila sa'yo. So, parang mahirap din. They only give me a small amount of increment. So, what I heard with my colleague, yung iba daw mas mataas daw. So, may talaga, may discrimination regarding sa lahi. First is my wife also working here. Siya yung nagpapalakas na ipagpatuloy ko pa magtrabaho. Then also my family, para may mapadala ako sa kanila. Tsaka yung makakuha ng experience, to gather experience for the future reason na makapaghanap pa ng mas magandang trabaho. Kung hindi man dito Singapore, sa ibang bansa.
Singapore is truly a beautiful country. A warm welcome was given to every tourist who visits Singapore. Besides from being a disciplined country, Singapore is strict when it comes to the law. Filipinos in Singapore works 12 hours a day. According to some of them, it is hard to work, but they need this for their families.
Singapore is near in my country than the last country I worked. Then I can visit easily my family in Philippines, and they can visit me also here. The ticket fare is not so expensive than the last country I worked. As long you know how to manage your money and control yourself, you should be money wise also in expenses. Working here in Singapore is too hectic. The schedules, the long hours of working. I'm working currently air import export officer in VT Logistics and Services, a subcontractor of United Parcel Services Private Limited. We're doing the warehousing operations of UPS. Not all of them is hard to work, but you can adjust also with them. You can make friends with them also. So it depends on you how you communicate with them, how to make friends with them. My family is the reason why I have to survive, to give them the support for their needs. The tips maybe be natural, be friendly, be wise also, and also be patient in yourself so that you can adjust the country. The culture here is not the same with our culture.